Welcome to our podcast on our Aice Media Studies film opening called Wise Guys. So this is a mafia-based film based off of research that we found with films throughout, like Goodfellas, the show Sopranos, Casino, and whatnot. And we researched also how like the people acted and they treated each other kind of, and the way they talked and the culture of the mafia.
So when we were going about starting the film, we had to start the planning process of it. Part of the planning process was that we had to find a location, find the costumes such as like the suits and the button-ups, the jewelry that all the characters were going to wear. We had to find the props that they were going to wear, like all the cigars, all the money that they were going to use, the liquor, and we also had to write the script to know what all the camera shots that we were going to use and also all the dialogue that the characters were going to say.
Yeah, and with that also comes like different techniques that you use for like camera, because we also, going back to the research part, we also watched the director Martin Scorsese, which he's most known for when it comes to the mafia genre of film, which he also did Goodfellas and Casino. We also studied how he loves to use like long shots and tracking shots and some type of boom shot, and also kind of go wide with some of the shots. So we also use those type of techniques when it came to those three, which is like wide, boom, and keyframe in and all that good stuff when it comes to like showing the intensity of the scene and the powerful control that one character might have over everybody else.
Now, for some of the technology that we did use for during production was that we used the basic tripod and we had block lights to represent different color lights within the bar scene. But we also used the gimbal to maintain a steady shot of a camera throughout the films. And even during post-production, we used programs such as Photoshop for the title slate to create that effect, and also Premiere Pro for the editing.
And also, when it comes to the first, I say, 30 seconds of the film, when it comes to being in the car and outside the car, we used the golf cart with the gimbal to track the car going up the bridge. And then when the car pulled up, we used a camera cage, because our strategy was to get the shakiness and realness of the scene when it came to the first part where one of the characters, which is Bugsy, where he gets killed.
Now, fortunately, throughout the process, we were able to get a team of actors, enough actors actually, to represent each character and their role properly, and to demonstrate the story of what's happening in this intro of the film. Along with that, we also had one editor, which was me, and one director, which was Daniel.
Yep, and throughout the film, we definitely ran into some problems. So we refilmed this film, I say, 3 times actually?
Yeah, 3
times. So the first time was a mistake on our end. We got one of our SD cards mixed up, and we accidentally deleted all the footage on the computer, which was our fault. That was a dumb mistake. And then the other mistake was, for some reason, the mics that we were using, and they cut out. And that was the second time we took it. And then the third time worked out pretty well. So that was definitely one of the stuff when we can evaluate that we definitely enhanced each time that we refilmed. And the third product came out really well.
Yeah, for one of the things that we did differently within the third time, which we should have done within the first time, was to better organize ourselves when filming, to use headsets when filming so we can hear the audio. For the first 2 times, we didn't even use headsets. We just kind of winged it, and it came back to us. We had to refilm it.
Yep. All right, so that will be the end of our director's review and the editor post-production review, and that is the podcast for our Aice Media Studies film on Wise Guys.
Thanks for listening.